Hey everybody, we are here for another episode of our Runway TV. Yay!
Yes!
I'm here with our amazing owner, Rebecca.
Hey everybody.
We're going to talk about pricing, costs, and hidden fees, and if there even are any hidden fees.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is when people come sit down with us to talk about flowers, they are sometimes a little mind blown on how much floral costs, right?
Oh,
so
for sure.
I think a lot of times people thinking, it's going to be a couple dollars for things or a few $100s for things, and then when they sit down and really share their vision, it ends up being a little bit more than they anticipated.
Oh, for sure. I feel like, just like you go through a magazine, everyone, Pinterest is like the go-to place for inspiration for a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, you're coming to a designer so that they can make that come to life. But not only make it come to life, but truly bring that design to your personal aesthetic and touch as a couple. Because you may like something, but how do you make it happen? Are those florals affordable? Is that in your budget? And they're going to be the ones to let you know. They have that knowledge for you. And they're going to answer those questions and always be transparent.
So in your experience, obviously being the creative director of our team, where do you see all the money go? So say if somebody spends $250 on a bouquet, what does that cost break down to from a back end perspective so that couples can understand that?
Yeah, that cost is going to include your florals, whether it's premium, which is going to be more like your peony, your high-end orchids, florals like that, because there are different levels of floral. There is a premium, then there is just like your standard. So that's going to cover that cost of purchasing the floral. It's going to cover a portion of the labor that's in there and the time it takes to make that vision come to life.
Mm-hmm. And then also, we have a lot of supplies, right? So we have shears, we have floral tape, we have floral foam. I mean, you guys, the inventory that we have to create your vision is intense, right? And
no, for sure.
Even little things like electricity to have we have an 8x10 cooler, a massive cooler, those kinds of things, right?
All maintenance, because at the end of the day, it's still a business. So you're coming to a business that does something that you need them to do, right? So behind that cost, it's going to be stuff to sustain everything that's needed. Our warehouse in the back is our headquarters for floral, and we have everything that she was saying and some. So we have our vases, we have a large inventory that we can design the florals and place them on, and how that happens is by that cost in there and breaking that down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think when you're looking for a floral designer, those are the big questions you should ask. What are the costs associated with this bouquet? Is there any way that if you are on a budget, for example, is there a way we can switch out some flowers? I know in my vision I wanted garden roses and ranunculus and peony and all this, but is there a way I could still create that design and that vision with maybe some more seasonal florals?
I think it's such a valid point. I think it's something that comes up a lot. I love to give our couples 2 options. So of course we're going to talk about the higher end, exactly what you're looking for, your premium, especially if you come to me with a design that has all of that floral in there. That means that off the bat you're just assuming you're going to get that. I make sure that yes, I price that out for you and let you know this is what it looks like, this is what the proposal would look like. But I love to give another option, honestly even 2 typically, with a standard flower that's going to give you that same vision but with a different dimension and different aesthetic of floral than the original one that you had.
So as far as labor fees too, so if you could break that down a little bit with delivery and cleanup, all of that too.
Yes, so your proposal, just because you book with someone doesn't necessarily mean that in that proposal they included your delivery fee, your setup fee, and your strike. And strike is going to be where we come back to the venue after hours when the entire amazing event is finished and we clean everything up. So we pick up all of our vases, all of our florals, anything. We trash it, we bag it, we get rid of it. You never even knew we were there. And that's not something that's always included. There are options where you can have just delivery and do a customized package of personals. There are times where people want to take the floral home, and there could be a fee for that for a florist and a design company. In our case, it is an additional. It's just something that we need to know ahead of time to make sure we're making it in something special for you to just take home at the end of the day, and we help you pack that. So that's, there's levels to everything.
So when they're kind of considering their floral budget and speaking with a florist, hopefully yes, but when speaking with a florist, what would you say that they need to ask to kind of understand the cost of their flowers?
I would say, above all, am I getting premium floral at this cost? Or am I getting just a standard? Because you can see a bouquet for $300 or $325 or $275, and it's a valid question as a client, and it's great to ask what is going into my bouquet. We know each time of year what's good and what's not good. So we're able to give you at least 3 to 5 florals that we could think of. Asking that question, asking if this includes my delivery, does this include a labor already included? Does this include the ribbon that I'm wrapping everything with? You know, because sometimes a specific type of ribbon is going to be also a premium, or is this something that's standard? The whole for Runway Botanical, our silk chiffon ribbon is the standard. It's something that we love to have for all of our bouquets, and some other places may not have that. It may just be a satin ribbon instead.
And I think at the end of the day, I mean, I know at the end of the day that you get what you pay for with anything. So but obviously everyone's priorities are different. So if you have to cut costs on certain things, say that you have the most priority in your bouquet, and that's the goal for you to have the most gorgeous bouquet with the most premium flowers, let your florist know that. Make sure that they're aware of that, and maybe say, hey, are there other ways that maybe with centerpieces I can cut costs to help stay within budget, but also create the vision and prioritize what I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, there's definitely ways to cut costs, and that's our job. We're here to help you do that. It's not something that our couples need to figure out for themselves. That's what my job is to do, and my team. So giving you those options, letting you know that, hey, you have candles on these tables that you're renting from us, but if you did provide candles, that's going to help you cut costs. Yes, you're still purchasing something, but it's going to be at a lesser cost, because at that point you can purchase whatever you like aesthetically, because we have what we have in inventory for candles. And yes, our candles are something that's more of a premium, the type of candles that we get, but if you were okay getting something at a different cost from a different company and bringing that in, that's a huge budget cut too.
Absolutely. And also even maybe doing some more greenery versus florals.
Greenery goes a long way. I think people think greenery and think boho, and so if they're more like classic modern, they get a little bit scared. They feel like they're going to walk into like a very bohemian, tropical paradise, and it's not like that. I mean, we can make greenery look exactly like we need it to look like for anyone's aesthetic whatsoever, and greenery goes a long way. It's still a great, beautiful accent. We can add minimal floral to it, so it doesn't have to be just all lush flowers always.
And then also, when you're kind of looking at cost too, if you have a floral designer that has in-house products such as we do with our arches, it also helps on cost too, because they're not outsourcing it, and then we're able to use what we have in inventory too. So that's also a great question. But obviously, if you want something specific that maybe we don't have, we can absolutely get it for you, but it might come at a different fee.
Exactly, and we talk about that. We always talk about pricing, talk about fees. We are very transparent on this.
And the biggest thing here at Runway, if you guys don't know this already, is we're super open. We love to just be honest, because we feel like the world is so much of fakeness. So we want to be that real that helps you with your wedding day, so you don't have to worry that we don't have your best interest at heart.
Not at all. You are a priority.
You are 100%. A priority, and you are not another number to us.
No.
So anyway, hopefully this helped you with some cost-cutting suggestions, or actually understanding what cost goes into floral design. If you need anything else, please DM us, let us know, reach out to us. You can check out our portfolio with floral design on runwaybotanical.com, and we look forward to meeting you soon.
Bye.
Bye.